welcome to Celebrity Chatter, Things That Matter with Elijah, and that's me. I'm interviewing Marty York.
What's up, buddy? You got a professional show here. I like the beginning of your
Yeah.
show.
And you were in Sandlot and Boy Meets World and a whole bunch of other stuff. And
Yes, I was.
yeah. So my first question is, what was your favorite memory on set of Sandlot?
Well, my favorite memory would be all the things me and the guys did off camera, all the things that we did. Like it was the summer of 1992, and it was very hot, and we had a giant swimming pool, so we would all go swimming after we would shoot the Sandlot, and we liked, we got to play baseball for 3 months, and so that was also very one of my favorite parts as well.
Nice. Yeah. Do you have any funny or crazy behind the scenes stories?
Well, a lot of the movie is improvised. So when you see me in the scene where they say "scam pool honeys" and I go, "Whoa, whoa," that was actually me and the guys when we're off camera. We used to say "your mama" jokes to each other. So like your mama's so fat that not even Jesus can lift her spirits. I don't know, just something like that. So we would say your mama jokes, and then after every one, I would always say I was a little kid. I kind of looked like you a little bit when I was a kid. I would go, "Ho!" And when I would do that, the director walked by and he said, "Hey, that's pretty good. Why don't you do that for this scene?" So that's how we got that on camera.
Yeah, that's a cool little Easter egg. So when
Yeah,
people
very
watch
cool.
the movie, they'll be like, "Hey, you know, yeah,
Yeah. If you watch the movie, then you'll understand
yeah."
and a lot about the other things we said on camera, like, "Hey, my clothes are going out of style. They already are, Squints." That was also we made that up. So
Wow,
a lot of the stuff was made up.
that's cool. Yeah, I would have never guessed that for sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
and
Do you
your
play
hat.
baseball?
I used to play baseball, and I quit for a couple years, and now I'm joining again this year.
Cool, man. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I look forward to seeing you play some baseball.
And I was gonna say your hat matches because later uh,
Hmm.
he plays for the Los Angeles team in baseball.
Yeah,
And I thought, yeah,
yeah,
I just saw it and I was like, yeah,
yeah. I live in LA too, so that's why
yeah,
I have the LA hat on.
that
And
works.
Benny the Jet wore this hat, remember?
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport, I don't know if you guys would consider it a sport. I like the UFC. I watch a lot of, UFC fights. So that's what I watch. Baseball, I always watch the Dodgers. If I do watch that, and that's pretty much it. I used to watch the Lakers a lot, and then when Kobe Bryant passed away, I kind of stopped watching.
Uh,
So yeah, those are the sports I like.
yeah. Who's your favorite UFC fighter?
I'd probably say Dustin Poirier, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
Yeah, I've never heard
Yeah,
of, but I know a little about UFC. I think I've heard
yeah,
that name before though. I think
yeah.
so.
Who's your favorite fighter?
I always forget his name, but um, I always forget his name. He was in
Is it Conor McGregor?
I don't know. I think he had like the real name and then like a nickname, but I always forget it. Maybe later I'll remember. Uh,
Okay, we
I
can
don't know.
go back to that one.
Yeah. uh, what was your favorite scene to film in Sandlot?
My favorite scene to film was probably the scene where they lift me over the fence and I come face to face with the big dog and I'm hanging from the harness. That was probably my favorite scene.
Yeah, it was
It was
definitely a cool one.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I actually did all my own stunts in the Sandlot. So everything you see me do, uh, what are you, 12 years old? Are you
Wow.
12?
I'm 11.
You're 11. Okay. So I shot that movie when I was 12, and nowadays they would never let a kid do the stunts that I did in the movie. But I was about 20 feet in the air, hanging by some steel wires that the crew was lifting. And I had a little fiberglass harness that actually was about this big. And over it, they put a catcher's mitt. And they pulled me up in the air, and I was kind of floating in the air by the harness.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it was all real.
For sure. It was such a cool scene watching that. And
Yeah.
in Sandlot, you were my favorite character, and I know the interpreter you were her favorite character too. And
Oh wow! Thank you to both of
whenever
you.
I used to play baseball, I would make sure everybody called me Yeah, because
Nice.
I loved that nickname.
Do you say yeah a lot?
Yeah.
I say it a lot. I don't even know I say it sometimes.
Yeah, that's funny.
You could play me in that if we ever do another Sandlot movie. You could play me.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I get the hair down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where I actually got that haircut? There was a show when I was a kid called Parker Lewis Can't Lose, and it was I would watch that show when I would come home from school, and he had the haircut, the wave in the hair, and so I started putting the wave in my hair, and when I was on set, when I was filming a Sandlot, I wouldn't let the hair and makeup people touch my hair. I always had to comb my hair myself. So they got sick of me after a while. They said, "Hey, we need to do our job here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another funny behind the scenes story. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you get your role as Yeah in Sandlot?
Well, I moved to Los Angeles when I was about 10 years old. And I came from a small town in Northern California. And I did a lot of theater when I was a kid. I did theater from about 5 to 10 years old.
Wow.
And the lady that ran the theater company said, "You should bring this kid to Hollywood. This kid could be an actor." And so my mom brought me out here, and we did an extra role. You know, the people in the background of movies.
Yeah.
So me and my mom were both extras in a movie with a guy named John Candy. You know who John Candy is?
Yeah.
He was a big famous comedian from the 90s.
Yeah.
He was in Uncle Buck with Macaulay Culkin and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was doing his lines to my mom, and he walked over to me and he said, "Hey, kid, that's pretty good. Do you have an agent?" And I said, "No." And so he wrote down his autograph on a piece of toilet paper and gave it to me with the number of his agent. And so I went and auditioned for the agent, and I got signed, and I went out on a Colgate toothpaste commercial, and I got it. It's the first thing I ever did, and I got it. And then I didn't get anything for a year. I auditioned for all this stuff. I didn't get anything. And then the Sandlot came around, and I auditioned for the Sandlot, and they gave me a call back. I auditioned for Bertram, a different character, and I auditioned for Bertram, and then I got a call back. So I went in for the call back, and I ended up landing the part of Bertram. And then, so me and all the guys went to practice baseball because none of us were that great at baseball. So we went to a baseball stadium here in Los Angeles, and we practiced. And they kind of lined us all up, and they said, "Hey, he's not really right for the part of Bertram." But they said, "We do have another character in the film that we would like him on to audition for." It was Yeah. He's a bigger character in the movie. And so they said, "You need to bring a lot of energy." Okay. So my mom took me to the liquor store, and she bought one of the big Hershey's chocolate bars.
Wow.
And she said, "You better eat all of that." So I ate the whole chocolate bar, and then I went in with all this energy, and that's how I became Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
That's I didn't know you auditioned for Bertram and then got the
Yeah.
role. Yeah. That's cool. Like I would have.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Yeah. And I'm sure a
Yeah.
lot of people didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I auditioned for that. Actually, I auditioned for Yeah 3 times. The final time was when I ate the chocolate bar. And I said, my mom said, "This is your last shot. You got to do it." And so I went in there and I did it.
Yeah. The chocolate bar saves the day.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Yeah. And if people want to ask questions in the comments, feel free to. And
All
now
right.
we have this game called 100 Questions. We have 100 questions here. And You're gonna pick a number 1 through 100, and there's gonna be a question there, and it can
Okay.
be good, weird, bad, whatever. And so, what's your first number?
From 1 to 100?
Yeah.
Let's go with 43 because I'm 43 years old.
Ah, okay. You don't look 43.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know,
Yeah.
I try to stay looking 13 years old, but unfortunately, you get older. So,
What is something special that you received when you were little that you still think of today?
wow, that's a good question. I've never gotten that one. Something that I got when I was little that I still think of today, or that I still like. I still think about it, or I still play with it, or
Sure. Yeah.
okay. And is it a physical item, or is it something that was uh,
Uh,
like told to me?
Physical.
Physical item.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hard one. Um, probably. I mean, probably the harness I still have from the Sandlot that I went over the fence with. It's in my garage actually, and a lot of the items that we had on set, like Squint's glasses and the ball that the beast chewed up. A lot of that stuff is in museums actually.
Cool.
So I was lucky to sneak that off the set. But yeah, Squint's glasses, they're in the Louisville, Kentucky the Louisville, Kentucky Baseball Museum. And then the beast ball that's chewed up, that's actually in the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, along with the script, the original script.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be a cool place to go and visit to see that
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah. I was just there last year.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And we have a question from the comments. Chief
All
Dave
right.
Fan asks, Marty, who are you the closest with when on set for The Sandlot?
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm close to really all those guys, but I would say my best friend from the film is Timmy Timmons, who is also played by Victor DiMattia. Uh, we've been hanging out now for about 10 years. And, even before all the big reunions that me and the guys from Sandlot had, we would be hanging out and going to, different places out here in Los Angeles, like bars and
Ah,
restaurants. And I went to his wedding. And yeah, so he's probably my best
ah,
friend from the
nice.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's really cool to have a friend like that you've known for
Yeah.
a very long time, and you went to
But
his
yeah,
wedding and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, all those guys are really my good friends, though. And I love all those guys. And I'll be friends with those guys probably till I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. What's your next number?
Oh, I get to pick another one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do 71. I don't know why I picked it. I just did.
Uh, who's the most interesting person you've ever met?
Wow, the most interesting person I've ever met would be. It's a hard one. You got me on that one. Probably, probably my dad. My dad's a very interesting person. He's he's got the same sense of humor as I do, but he makes off jokes that would throw other people off, and you would kind of be like, "What did you just say?" So my dad's yeah, that's the most interesting person.
Huh. I would say my dad's pretty interesting too. Well,
Yeah, he seems like an interesting guy from the conversations we've had.
he's definitely cool, but yeah,
Yeah, that's cool, man.
yeah, for sure.
Do you want
Which,
to? Let me ask. Can I ask you a question? Or do you want to do this when you grow up? You want to be like a talk show host?
yeah, probably on the side and maybe an actor also. Yeah,
Cool, man. All
yeah.
right. Well, I hope that works out for you. You got a good personality.
Well, thank you. You do
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
What's your next number?
I got another one. Okay. I'll go with 51.
51. Do you like video games?
I do. I can actually show you here. I have an arcade machine. You want to see it?
Oh yeah.
So check this out. This is my game room. So that's my jersey in the
That's
back
cool.
there. And then that is my arcade machine from like,
Wow.
you probably never saw one of those. That's from the early 90s. But that's, let me see if I can get it here. It's actually a custom arcade machine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Turn it on. It's got the blue lights. And it's got all the 90s games. Oh, there's our Sandlot skateboard. That's from DGK. It's actually a limited edition skateboard.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Wow.
my arcade machine.
Thanks
I
for.
like I like the games from my era, like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and all the games
I
from when
love
I was a kid.
those too.
You like Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I
Cool,
like.
man.
And
Cool.
I saw.
Who do you play with?
I like Sub-Zero. I love.
Sub-Zero. Yeah, that's a good character, man. I like Sub-Zero too.
Hmm. I saw Gambit on your arcade machine, and
Yeah.
he's probably one of my favorite superheroes.
Yeah, man. That was my favorite when I was a kid.
Ah, cool.
It was funny. I used to wear. Hold on, let me turn this down. Hold on a second. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
So I actually was a magician when I was a kid. When I was your age, I did magic tricks,
Ah.
and because I like to play with cards like Gambit. So that was the character. That was my favorite character too.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still pretty good
Uh,
at magic.
do you still like Gambit? Still, or do
Yeah,
you like somebody else?
I mean Wolverine's my favorite character, but Gambit's probably my second favorite character.
Ah,
But when I
yeah,
was a kid, when I was your age, Gambit was my favorite character.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's your next number?
Oh, cool. I got another one. All right, I like this game. Let's do 83.
83.
I'm
What?
picking random ones. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean you're getting good ones, so.
All right, cool, man.
When acting, would you rather be a good guy or a bad guy?
Most of my career, I played the bad guy. I played, except for like Sandlot and Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
But normally I play the bully or the smart talking kid, the smart mouth kid.
yeah.
Um, it's fun to play the bad guy, but I would like, a role or two where I do play the good guy. But if I'm typecasted into playing the bad guy, I'll play the bad guy because it's fun.
It's cool to play a bad guy because you kind of see through their perspective and you see that in their mind, they don't think they're a bad guy. They think they're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's confusing, but it's cool at the same time. But
yeah.
it's like you have to see through a different perspective.
Uh-huh.
When
Who's your
playing
favorite bad guy?
Ooh, I like Venom if you count him as a bad guy, and
Yeah,
Carnage for sure. Those two.
yeah. Venom is kind of like what you're describing, the anti-hero.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah. And I like Joker too. He's really cool.
Joker,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Who's your favorite?
All the ones you just listed. You're like a spitting image of what I liked when I was a kid. So I'm glad this generation knows the same characters.
Yeah,
So that's cool, man.
that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you'll get a couple more numbers. So what's your next one?
All right, let's go with 32.
32. What's your go-to dance move?
Go-to dance move. Probably the Running Man. Or
What's that?
I'm not much of a dancer. I'm not much of a dancer. Do you dance?
No, not really. I took no, 2 dance classes, and they lasted like 2 days, and then it got canceled. I don't even remember anything, but I remember one thing. It was kind of weird, but it was like you step behind your foot, step forward, and then step to the side, and you just keep doing it like over
Oh,
and over.
okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
I did. when I was your age, my mom put me in hip hop classes. So I did a dance routine to Janet Jackson. You know who that is?
I've heard of it.
It's Michael Jackson's sister.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I did a dance routine to it's called Rhythm Nation, and I did a whole hip hop dance routine and everything.
Wow.
I'm not much of a dancer.
What's your next number?
Let's go with 10.
10. What's your best dad joke?
Wow, best dad joke. I don't know if I have mama jokes, and I have what other kind of jokes? I have mama jokes, and I have. Uh, I mean, this one could probably work for anyone. Your armpits are so hairy. Your dad's armpits are so hairy. It looks like he has buckwheat in a headlock. You don't know who buckwheat is.
No, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. Well, how
He's a
about?
character from The Little Rascals. He's the kid with that froey hair.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were one of the jokes that your dad used to tell you?
Oh,
Can
they're
I?
X-rated. I can't say them on this show.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, let's keep this PG. I'm sure you don't have R rating for your show.
What's your next number then?
I'll do 8.
8. If you had a pet parrot, what would you teach it to say?
I did have a pet parrot when I was a kid, actually, named Rebecca. It was a cockatoo, and it actually bit the end of my tongue off.
Oh, wow. That's
I mean, I
not
still
good.
have my tongue, still got my
Oh,
tongue,
good.
but I had to get it sewn back on because when I was a kid, I would tease it. I would stick my tongue in the cage and go, like an annoying little kid. And one day the parrot just came and got my tongue. And I
Dang.
started screaming, and my parents took me to the hospital emergency room with the end of my tongue. They had to put it back on.
Wow. That
Yeah.
that doesn't sound very good. And my
No.
mom in the back room like
And the parrot used to chase me too.
Oh.
It would when it would get out of the cage, it only liked my dad, and it didn't like any of the rest of my family. So if it got out and you put it on the ground, it would run like a velociraptor and chase you and chase me.
Wow.
So.
What would you teach it to say? If you
Oh,
had
it
to
could say a lot of things. It could say like hello. It'd go like hello, and it could say go away, and it could say a bunch of different things.
know.
It was a mean bird though.
Yeah. That sounds like a bird. I would teach if I had a pet parrot, I would teach it to say like yeah or something like that.
I mean, if I did the movie at the time that my tongue got bit off, I probably would. But
Yeah.
I owned that parrot when I was about 7 or 8 years old,
Oh,
so it was before I did the Sandlot.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But
What's your
my mom was actually an animal trainer, and we had a lot of different kind of animals at my house all the
Oh.
time. So I lived on a ranch, and we had horses, we had dogs, we had cats. Sometimes we had monkeys over there.
Ooh.
Sometimes we had what else did we have? We had like mountain lions sometimes. My mom
Wow.
would train all these animals. It was pretty cool.
That's crazy. Were
Yeah.
the monkeys fun to play with sometimes?
Oh yeah, I want to get another monkey, but they're illegal in California.
Uh, just move.
Yeah, I know. I want to move to Las Vegas. I got another monkey.
Yeah. What's your what's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is a cheetah.
Cheetah. Yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
my favorites too. But I think overall, I probably like monkeys
Hmm.
and sharks. Those are just my.
Okay. What's your favorite dinosaur?
That's a good question. I like probably velociraptors.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool. All right.
kind of boring, but I
My
just thought
favorite
they were like smart and stuff, and I thought that was cool.
my favorite dinosaur from when I was your age was a stegosaurus.
Ah,
I don't know why.
yeah. You just liked it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, they're cool. They had spines on their back, and they could hit you with their tail. They were cool.
Yeah, for sure. Do you like Jurassic Park?
Yeah, it's a good movie. Love
Yeah.
that movie.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Do you have a favorite? Like, do you like the first one or one of the newer ones?
Oh, I like the first one.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
always
the dinosaurs look more real in the first one, which came out when I was your age, than I think that they look now with all the technology. I think they look more realistic in the first one.
they did. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
think movies should do more with animatronics and less
Yeah,
with the
it's
CGI
much
stuff.
better. That's
Yeah.
why I like older movies, like in the 80s and
There you
70s.
go,
And
man. There you
now.
go.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is called The Shawshank Redemption. Have you ever heard of it?
Nah, that sounds interesting
Okay.
though. I
Yeah.
don't know. I
You,
I
you you'd like it. It's a movie. Well, it's a movie about jail, but it's more than that. It's a movie about friendship and hope, and it's a great
yeah,
film.
okay. I
Yeah.
really love Ghostbusters. That's my favorite movie. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Ghostbusters is a great one. I like Ghostbusters too. That's cool.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
uh, we'll do one last question.
Okay.
Know any sign language?
I don't. You want to teach me something?
Yeah. Do you want to learn your name?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to do it first and last or just first?
Let's do first and last.
All right. So it's gonna be M.
Okay. So like that.
Uh,
Am I doing it
you
right?
got your pinky. Your thumb's
Oh,
going.
it's my pinky. I don't even think I can do that with my
Yeah.
hand. How are you doing that?
Yeah.
Wait, you got to put your thumb between your pinky like that?
Yeah, that's good. Perfect.
I don't think my hand bends that way.
And then A.
And then A is like this.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
so hold on. Let me try here. I got M A. Hold on. M A. Okay.
and then R.
R
T.
T.
Sounds easier than the M.
Yeah.
And then
The
Y.
M was the hardest so far. And then Y is like a hang ten. There we go.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Am I doing it
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay. So
then
let's see if I remember Marty
yeah.
first. Hold on.
Go ahead.
So you got to do the hard one here. M A. Hold on. M A. And then R was like that. Did I get it?
Like this.
R is like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a peace sign or something. No, it's like a promise sign. Okay. So we'll try it again. M, which I can't do. A, R, and then T. T is like that.
Yeah.
And then Y.
Yeah. Good job.
All right. I got Marty.
And then you said you wanted to do the last name.
Sure.
All right.
I think I remember the first name.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Y, we got the Y down.
Yeah.
It's the hang 10.
O.
O.
R.
R.
And then K.
K.
Yeah, you got
Like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see if we can do the whole thing. M. I'm sorry. Yeah. M. Okay. A.
Mhm.
R. Uh, T. Y. I got Marty,
Yeah.
right? And
Uh-huh.
then Y.
Mhm.
O. And then R again.
Yeah.
And then K was like that.
Okay.
Like that. Like peace.
Yeah.
Like adios. I got it. All right.
Yeah, good job.
Cool, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the interview.
Yeah. Thank you.
Appreciate your time for coming out here and doing this interview.
Yeah.
And I appreciate our interpreter, RG McCann, for doing this interview and spending her time doing
Thank
this.
you, Audrey. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. You're awesome. You rock.
Uh-huh. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And thank you to your dad
Yeah.
for setting everything up.
Yeah.
How do you say? I won't go in. I was about to say, how do you say thank you in sign language? But that's another day.
You like that. Easy.
Just like this?
Yeah.
That's an Italian, like,
Yeah, you don't want
saying that I don't want to say.
to. Yeah, it's close.
Yeah. Cool,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
well, thanks for having me on, Elijah. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You got it, brother. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, take it easy. Hang 10 or Y. Why?